Hello Gemini, hello and welcome into your tarot card reading for the 4th week of August. This tarot card forecast is covering 22nd to 29th of August. So Gemini, what do we have here? In terms of the crowning energy of this week, Gemini, we have Ace of Wands, then we have Chariot, we have Hangman, we have King of Swords in terms of potential obstacles. We have Four of Pentacles in terms of potential opportunities. We have Nine of Swords, and potential best way forward is Ten of Wands, and there's additional commentary. So interestingly enough, a couple of observations over here. You have 4 cards that actually, if you're going to look at them, they're face-facing. The faces they're not moving. So you have it in Chariot, Hangman, King of Swords, and Four of Pentacles. So they're like this. So what does it indicate? The entirety of week it will be backwards and forwards for you, Gemini. So let me start from the crowning energy. You have an Ace of Wands, and interestingly enough, Ace of Wands kind of starts and Ten of Wands is finishing, so it's almost like the full circle is just from 1 to 10. So if you're going to think about that, that is also very interesting. So it's almost like it's going to be backwards and forwards for you in terms of this week, and you're going to kind of run in circle to only find out that the initial thought, then the initial idea that you had is right, and that's interesting, Gemini. So Ace of Wands. Wands that about the creativity, about the inspiration, about the ideas, about potential, and actually about making things happen. And one, it's like initiation. It's like doors that are opening and there is a potential. So this week might be about doing things, might be very practical in terms of doing something that involves not only your creativity in terms of thinking, but also using your hands and physically moving stuff. That might be the one thing. And then the Chariot is representing the movement forwards. For some of you, you're going to travel. For some of you, you're going to move. For some of you, it might be change of residence, change of place. And then for whatever reason, even though you might be moving away from difficult situation as well, moving forward, overcoming some kind of obstacles and successfully moving forward. But mentally, somehow you haven't moved on. If you're going to think about those 2 cards, this card is kind of moving this way, if you're going to think, and this kind of sits here. So even though you're going to move, you're going to make a movement, you're either mentally not prepared, not ready, or you cannot let go. You feel still attached to the place, situation, people. And because of that, the King of Swords comes, and you might become, how to put it, rigid. It wouldn't cut it, but you're going to stop yourself in the tracks somehow. And it almost feels like you're going to stand on the verge of going for this new open door, this opportunity over here, wherever it is. Kind of moving ahead, mentally being stuck or not moving on. And the King of Swords saying, well, you're going to be kind of stuck between those two. Even though he sits here, he actually is the result of this way of thinking. And something going to bug you or irk you. You might feel frustrated by something, but it will be interesting to see if you're going to be able to recognize that frustration comes from a deeper place of something that hasn't been solved. And the obstacle over here is you're going to stop yourself in your tracks. That is full of Pentacles. This person is sitting and not doing anything, just observing. It's almost like you made a decision, things are in motion, and almost like everything is slowing down. You have this kind of feeling of withdrawing from the situation. Things are slowing. You feel irritated by something because in a way you want to stop, but you are moving, changes that are taking place, and you're being frustrated and irritated by it because it's too quick. You didn't expect things happening so quickly. And then once again is this kind of what's going on, and they say you have to, and try to imagine that if you're moving too fast and then you're grouting to a stop. Think about driving a car, and you're going to have this forward movement. So it's almost, you might get yourself a whiplash because it's too much forward, and then you're stopping, and it's not wonder, because even this strain to the body and even to even our way of thinking, it's very unpleasant if you're going to think about it in those terms. So they say the obstacle here is you stopping. They say you have to continue moving. Whatever is happening, force yourself to do things even though you don't really want to do them. They say keep on doing whatever you have been doing. Don't stop the momentum. An opportunity over here is Nine of Swords. A Nine of Swords is, if you're going to see what the Nine of Swords is kind of representing, hold on. It's someone sitting in bed, and swords that are representing our thoughts, anxieties, and those swords that are piercing this person, as you can see, the head, throat and heart. And anxiety is to realize there's nothing to be to be worried about. To just realize that whatever you're kind of going through is just your way of thinking is creating this situation. It's not the life itself. It's just the way how you tend to think about things. And it's this thought pattern. And it's nothing more, because it almost feels like anxiety is creeping back on you. And you're feeling anxious without any good reason to feel anxious. And the best way forward, once again, it's what entirety of reading is saying here. Move on. Do whatever it needs to be done to finish whatever has to be finished and done. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. Pull yourself, do it, and move on. That's what they say. Where's additional commentary over here? Yeah, you have to be self-reliant. You have to be able to motivate yourself to go through the situations. Don't look for others to help you. If you're going to start doing things, and if others going to see you are doing them, they're going to offer not always, not in all cases, but what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing, they're going to offer you their support, but they have to see you kind of taking the lead. Gemini, I think that was a very interesting read. I would like to say a massive thank you for tuning in. If this indeed had resonated with you, please let me know by liking and commenting. Have a great week, and hopefully we shall speak soon. You take care. Bye.